Hey there, welcome back to Chat with Kat. My name is Kathy, this is my channel, and I love to chat. I am what's called an extroverted introvert. I'm not sure if that's a phrase that's official, but it's what I call myself. All right, so as you can tell by the topic today, we are going to have some fun. First of all, I want to ask you, what do you think procrastination is? What's the definition? I know sometimes we can trip ourselves up with a lot of stuff, but basically procrastination is putting off, delaying, or postponing something to another day. And so normally procrastination isn't such a big deal. We do it every day pretty much with little decisions. I mean, we're always putting something minor off, and it usually doesn't hurt anything because we pick it back up later and we do it. But I'm talking about true procrastination. Those of us who struggle with it, raise your hand. Yeah, that's me. The problem comes into when tomorrow shows up and that thing that we were supposed to do yesterday, well, we decide, it's not going to hurt. Let's push it off to another day. Then the next day comes, and that thing we were supposed to do the first day, we decide, you know what, I just can't do it right now. So let's do it another day. And then that other day comes, and we do the same thing. And then we do the same thing. And then before you know it, that thing that we were supposed to do that first day has not gotten done in weeks or months or even years. I'm telling you, I am an expert at doing this. I put things off. I'm a procrastinator. It's like Procrastinators Anonymous or something here. But as an example, my writing. Okay, so my first book, Never Forsaken, it took me 20 years to write that book. And then my next book, Never Forgotten, took me about 10 years to write and get published. And then my third book, Never Forfeited, that took me, I'd say about 3 years to get done. And I finally whittled it down to where it's been almost a year, and I will be publishing my fourth novel, Redeemed, in the next couple months. Now, that's a major stepping stone for me. Like I said, I put things off. And now this doesn't just apply to my writing. This applies to my everyday mundane tasks as well. I don't know how many appointments I've forgotten, or different things during the day that I'm supposed to do, phone calls to make, letters to write, things like that. I have a tendency to put things off. It's not that I'm lazy. It's just I'm always thinking, well, I could always do this tomorrow. And so it's kind of like my superpower. It's unwanted, definitely unneeded, but I am a super procrastinator. You could even call me procrastinator girl, but it drives me crazy, and I know it drives other people crazy because my procrastination doesn't just affect me, it affects the people around me as well, because sometimes they're depending on me to do things, and I don't follow through because I put it off. And so that's something that I struggle with. So you might be asking, Kathy, so how do you get out of the procrastination rut? I'm glad you asked. And just so you know, I actually wrote notes to get past it. So yeah, so let's continue. Sorry, I was looking away. Now, I've had people tell me over the years, you just need to do it. You know, just rip it off like a Band-Aid. Get in there and get it done. Jump in head first. And after 50 years of life, I'm gonna say, no, that doesn't work for me. I'm not one of those people that just jump headlong without thought into doing things. I tend to take a little bit of a slower route and work my way up to doing things. And so for me, just do it is not a slogan. that I adhere to at all. I would rather take my time instead of rushing. Now, that's a different issue, but it's still hard because what I need to do is find out what my motivation is. That's actually how I figure things out. So what is motivation? Motivation is simply the reason for whatever you do, the actions you take, or the goals that you're seeking. That's it. Pretty simple, right? And what I've done is, for me, now motivation will be different for everybody. How you find your motivation will be different. We are not built the same. God made us all different, and so there are different ways that we can figure that out. But for me personally, the biggest thing that I have found that has helped me to get motivated to do things is I ask myself one big question. That's it, just one question. I ask myself, why am I doing the things that I do? Why do I want to do these things? And I don't know, that question just kind of stirs, it flips a switch. And if I take the time to sit down and really think about it, pray about it, to figure it out, what usually happens is I move into determining what steps that I need to take to make those actions happen that in turn will lead to accomplishing whatever goal that I've set. And so for me, that actually has worked. And now, like I've said before, I'm visual. I tend to do better with something that I can look at, hold, feel, that kind of thing. And so that's why I started using a planner. Now, I have used planners in the past, I have to admit, in all honesty, but those planners were just those little store-bought ones, the little tiny ones that are real thin. They only have like a month, tiny little month overview. And I never stuck to those because there just wasn't enough space, and they were boring. And so what I did is I did a research. I found some author tubers who use planners, and they showed me different ways to set up a planner, the different types of planners. And so I actually did some research into it before I bought the planner, and how to use stickers and washi tape and different things like that to make it more fun, something that as a visual person would make me more willing. And so what I've done with my planner is I've incorporated my writing into it, and I open it up every day and check my schedule, and that's helped me a lot. Now, like I said, the planner is helping me to battle against the procrastination bug. And so this also applies to my blogging. Now, I've had a blog for about, I'd say 10 to 15 years or more, and it didn't always work. There were times, many times, where I was supposed to write something during the week and I never did. And so I would just let it go because I kept putting it off. I'm like, well, I can't pick a topic yet. I'll just do it another day. And so then the other day would come and I'd put it off. Procrastination again. And so there are still times when I struggle with that. And so I had another idea. Now this goes along with my planner. It was like poof, a big huge idea, and I couldn't believe that I mean, I have never seen anybody do this before. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Okay, this is a laundry tub of detergent. Just something that those little pods come in, the laundry pods. And so, yeah. So what I did is I created the big bucket of blogs. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? So all this is, like it says, laundry, just a laundry box. I wrote on there, but here's the key. Here's what I did. It holds hundreds of blog topics and ideas on these little pieces of paper. So every week I come in and I dig in there and oops, hold on, I can't get one. I pull one out and it's got whatever the topic is written on that little piece of paper, and that's what I do for the week. And so I do that on a Monday, and then I start writing by Tuesday, and by the end of the week my blog is done. Now that's helped me a lot, but I still battle procrastination. I still find myself being unmotivated to do that. And so then I start asking myself that question again: why am I doing this? What's the reason? What do I want to say about this? And so this is the point where I had this huge aha moment, like a big brainstorm idea. Poof, it came into my head. So, as you know, I bought that planner at the beginning of November, and it was an 18-month planner, which meant that there were 6 months that I haven't used. That is extras. So what I did is I started praying. I started asking God to show me how to use it, because I don't like wasting things. And so I was like, I want to use this extra pages, but I don't know what to use them for. Well, then I had this idea, my blogs. So at the beginning of the planner, there is a section where, like most planners, it's the entire year, month by month, all the months together, and there's space underneath to write. It's like a yearly overview. Well, I knew I wasn't going to do that part of the planner, so I turned it into a blog schedule for the entire year. I know, amazing, isn't it? Now you can do this with anything. Like if you have something, a goal or something, you can use this section of your planner to figure that out. But for me, it just made sense. So see what I did? Under every month, I have the date and what I'm gonna write under every month. And then I made it look cute with stickers and washi tape, just so that it would be fun to open up. So I can turn to any day of any Sunday of the week and know what I'm going to write, because I did the big bucket of blogs. I went ahead, and during that 2 weeks that I was off, I picked out an entire year's worth of blog topics. So I know what I'm going to write for the entire year. Now this has really gotten me motivated to do it, and so I'm telling you, it's been an awesome chance to do. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do better this year. I think this year I'm gonna do better in my battle against procrastination. So I want to ask you, what are you procrastinating about? What are some things in your life that you want to accomplish, but you're having a hard time to reach those goals? What are you putting off every day until another time that leaves you feeling frustrated and kind of stressed out and depressed because you're not getting it done, and you know you've got to do it, but you just keep putting it off? What are those things that you're struggling with? Now, you can write them down, you can just think about them, but really stop and think, what is it? And then maybe ask yourself the question I ask myself: why am I doing what I do? Why do I want to do this? What is my purpose? What is the end goal of all this? And once you've got that answer, once you've got that tangible reason for doing what you're doing, sit down and think. And if you're a person of faith, pray about how you're going to be motivated. And I can guarantee you that motivation will come. God will provide, and you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. So, as I close out today, I want to thank you for joining me. Please give my channel a thumbs up. This video, it lets YouTube know that you like it, you want to see more content. Be sure to share it with your friends and family, and then also make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, and then if you would, share it with your friends and family, and comment. Let me know what you think. What motivates you? How do you find your motivation? How do you get past procrastination? What is your version of the big bucket of blogs? Yeah, so that's it. So I will see you next week. Bye-bye.